A gray afternoon enveloped New York in a dull melancholy, the rain leaving the sidewalks gleaming under a pale light, street lamps lighting up early, their reflections dancing in the puddles as the city pulsed with a weary rhythm. Near Union Square, the Rustin and Rose Café offered a warm refuge, its fogged windows glowing with a golden light under flickering candles. Inside, students, businessmen, and couples huddled together, their voices mingling with the hissing of coffee machines and the scent of espresso and cinnamon scones. In a corner by the radiator, Anna, a young woman in her 20s, with hastily tied blonde hair, was bent over a worn sketchbook, her sweater torn and her boots damp from walking in the rain, a half-drunk cappuccino being her only luxury. She was drawing a window open to a bright sky, a refuge from unpaid bills and her cold apartment in Brooklyn, surviving on oatmeal and toast offered by the cafe, her hand tracing lines as if to conjure the storm away. The door chimed, and a tall man, soaked by the drizzle, entered with a 5-year-old girl with tight curls, who pressed her hands against her ears, distressed by the noise. He asked for a free table for his overwhelmed daughter, but the barista, apologetic, replied that there was no space. The little girl trembled, her eyes filled with tears, and Anna, observing silently, closed her sketchbook, raised her hand, and gently said, "You can sit here, there's room." The man, surprised, asked if she was sure, and she nodded, adding that the girl needed a quiet place. He guided his daughter to the chairs, where she snuggled against him, sniffing, and Anna, rummaging through her bag, pulled out a box of worn crayons, asking the little one if she wanted to draw, placing the colors on the table with a smile. The little girl, wary, slowly shook her head, and Anna, smiling, tore a page from her notebook, asking what she liked to draw, to which the child murmured, "Butterflies." Anna lit up, proposing to create the most beautiful butterfly in the cafe, slipping a yellow pencil into her hand, and the girl, hesitant, began to draw, her trembling hands giving birth to a shy joy. The man, whom Anna did not yet know as Jack, watched silently, his eyes softening, his shoulders relaxing. A woman at the neighboring table cast a disapproving glance, criticizing Anna for allowing a stranger to sit down, but Anna calmly replied that sometimes kindness outweighs space, silencing the woman, who turned away. The little girl laughed softly, a musical sound, and Anna smiled widely. Jack, silent, discreetly took a photo of the moment, a half-drawn butterfly, a child bent over her sheet, and a young woman with tired eyes offering joy. Their gazes met, Jack's filled with gratitude and wonder, causing Anna's cheeks to flush as she focused on the drawing. They continued in silence, a rhythm of pencils and smiles, while outside, the rain stopped, an orange glow caressing the horizon. Anna left the cafe, the biting wind cutting through her worn coat, her thoughts returning to the little girl and the man with gentle eyes. Then, footsteps echoed behind her, quickening her heart. She quickened her pace, the footsteps behind her did too, and a cold fear gripped her, urging her to run. She collided with someone, and a familiar voice exclaimed, "Whoa, Godwin!" It was Jack. Breathless, Anna stammered that she thought she was being followed, and he frowned, offering to walk her home for safety. They walked together, the silence broken by Jack noting that she was drawing something important, and Anna, laughing softly, confided that it was her way of staying sane in the face of galleries that rejected her. Anna murmured that her rent was overdue, that no one was buying her art, and that she was drawing butterflies without knowing why, to which Jack replied that it mattered, that she hadn't given up, his simple words resonating deeply. They stopped in front of her dilapidated building, and Anna thanked him for walking her home and for letting his daughter draw, as it reminded her why she painted. Jack handed her a card with just his name, Jack, telling her to call for anything, then walked away into the mist with a smile, the card feeling heavy in her hand like a mystery. The week passed quickly, Anna drawing butterflies in her chilly studio, unable to pay her bills, when a sharp knock announced Mrs. Brewster, the landlord, who, with pursed lips, reminded her that rent was due, giving her until the following Friday before eviction. Anna, promising a gallery appointment, was interrupted by the unyielding woman. That afternoon, she went to a gallery that had once inspired her, clutching her sketchbook, but the curator, a woman in threatening heels, cruelly rejected her, calling her a dreamer scribbling in cafes, leaving Anna frozen, exiting the gallery to wander aimlessly. She passed by Rustin and Rose, where the empty table seemed to carry the shadow of a butterfly, her fragile smile betraying her exhaustion. That night, the wind whistled through her apartment, and she counted her few bills, insufficient for rent, when Mrs. Brewster knocked again, repeating the ultimatum for Friday, her heels clicking like a threat. Anna closed the door, the weight of reality crushing her, gazing at her walls covered in drawings, wondering if she would still be there soon. On Monday, under the rain, an email from an unknown address invited her to a discussion at the Haven, a prestigious gallery, stirring hope and suspicion, but she had nothing to lose. Anna, in her least worn coat, made her way to the Haven, a bright gallery with golden panels, where the receptionist greeted her by name, guiding her down a lit corridor to a room with glass doors. Jack stood, in a navy blazer, a subtle smile on his lips, behind him the walls covered with his butterflies, his bold or delicate drawings, leaving her stunned. "You?" she whispered, and Jack nodded, explaining that he funded exhibitions for emerging artists, having seen her work and her generosity towards a frightened little girl, retrieving her sketches left at the cafe in hopes that she would return. Trembling, Anna asked why her, and Jack replied that her art spoke, that it healed, just as she had done for Mia, his daughter, by offering crayons without asking questions. He proposed to fund her solo exhibition with everything needed, no strings attached, bringing tears to her eyes as she confessed to being nobody, rejected by galleries, unable to pay her rent. "Then let's change that," he said, handing her a fair contract. Anna, her voice trembling, murmured that she didn't know what to say, and he replied, "Say yes," which she did, nodding her head. Timidly, she asked for his last name, learning that he was Jack Chambers, founder of the Chambers Arts Foundation, a man known for preserving a mural in Brooklyn, leaving her astounded. He laughed, describing himself as a father who believed in butterflies. Anna immersed herself in his canvases, each brushstroke releasing emotions, her studio smelling of turpentine, her butterflies soaring in vibrant skies. Jack often stopped by, bringing coffee, watching silently, and on a rainy day, when a gust ruined a watercolor, he wiped the sheet with his scarf, a reverent gesture, saying he wanted it, despite her protests. But online rumors, coming from a gallery where she had applied, accused her of manipulating her poverty, breaking her heart, making her doubt her place in a gallery, alone in her studio, whispering that they might be right. Anna, in her least worn coat, made her way to the Haven, a bright gallery with golden panels, where the receptionist greeted her by name, guiding her down a lit corridor to a room with glass doors. Where Jack stood, in a navy blazer, a subtle smile on his lips, behind him the walls covered with his butterflies, his bold or delicate drawings, leaving her stunned. "You?" she whispered, and Jack nodded, explaining that he funded exhibitions for emerging artists, having seen her work and her generosity towards a frightened little girl, retrieving her sketches left at the cafe in hopes that she would return. Trembling, Anna asked why her, and Jack replied that her art spoke, that it healed, just as she had done for Mia, his daughter, by offering crayons without asking questions. He proposed to fund her solo exhibition with everything needed, no strings attached, bringing tears to her eyes as she confessed to being nobody, rejected by galleries, unable to pay her rent. Alone in her studio, Anna, her hands stained with paint, murmured that the rumors might be right, that she didn't belong in a gallery, when a light knock announced Jack, who knelt beside her, handing her a letter from Mia. "Thank you for the butterflies, they help me sleep," making her clutch the letter to her heart. Jack, sitting next to her, said that the truth didn't need to shout, that her kindness, offered without witness, was an unalterable light, his words bringing tears of gratitude to her eyes. On the night of the exhibition, the immaculate gallery shone, Anna's butterflies, blending wonder and fragility, sparkling under soft spotlights, while she, in a navy blue dress, spoke to guests about the memories of hope behind each canvas, feeling Jack's protective gaze, dressed in gray. Hours passed in admiration, and the doors opened to Mia, radiant in a white dress, holding Anna's box of crayons, asking to draw a butterfly next to hers. Touched, Anna guided Mia to an easel near a dark canvas, offering her a pink crayon, and Mia sketched a radiant shape, captivating the guests in an emotional silence. Jack, on the other side, watched, his heart full of pride and joy, approaching to reach out to Anna, a silent invitation she accepted, their hearts united before Mia's drawing. Later, in the empty room, Jack whispered that she had given them hope again, presenting her with a necklace featuring a silver butterfly to remind her that her art and kindness changed lives, gently adding, "I love you, Anna, for your courage." She nestled against him, her heart full, the butterflies on the walls vibrating with a new story of love and healing. In the following days, Anna, Jack, and Mia wove their lives together, cafes becoming strolls, Saturdays painting sessions, evenings filled with shared laughter, some mistaking them for a family, which Anna was beginning to believe, a fragile hope taking root in her heart. Anna's butterflies, blending wonder and fragility, sparkling under soft spotlights. The immaculate gallery shone. On a rainy afternoon, in a cafe by the river, Anna, in her old sweater, settled by the window, with Mia between her and Jack, radiant, drawing on the fogged glass a butterfly, a house, and a heart with Anna plus Papa, written in clumsy letters, making Anna's breath catch. Jack laughed, saying that Mia might be right, and the little girl explained that it was a family of hearts, like in the books, uniting people who belong to each other. Anna felt a wave of joy and fear, her heart trembling. That evening, after Mia fell asleep in the car, Jack drove Anna home through the rain, and she whispered that everything seemed too beautiful, like a dream that could fade away, confessing her fear of not deserving love or art after so many failures. Jack took her hand, saying that she had given Mia calm and colors in the gray, saving them, and that it would not disappear, encouraging her to be afraid with him, for he would not leave. He kissed her, a sweet and certain kiss, a promise. On the cafe window, Mia's heart faded under the rain, but its mark remained, and Anna believed in a lasting future. A year later, Anna was teaching art in a community center in Brooklyn, the walls covered with paper butterflies, guiding underprivileged children to express their fears and dreams, offering them safety and courage, as the artistic director of a foundation funded by Jack. But more than the work, Jack and Mia were her world. That afternoon, Mia came in with a wrapped frame, which Anna opened, revealing a blank canvas with Jack's writing on the back, "Will you be our art forever?" Anna, breathless, looked up to see Jack entering, a velvet box in hand, kneeling beside Mia with an elegant sapphire ring, saying that she had healed them, taught them to find beauty, and asking if she would paint their life forever. Overwhelmed, Anna whispered yes, and Mia embraced them, their laughter and tears mingling in the light. Anna, Jack, and Mia, entwined in the afternoon light, laughed and cried, as Anna, kneeling, accepted the sapphire ring, promising to paint their life together. Later, in the empty hall of the community center, she took her brush to create a canvas, not of butterflies, but of a little girl with curls full of wonder, a strong and gentle man, and a golden-haired woman holding a brush. Painting the future of a family, titled the canvas that never dried, for love, like art, grows and lives in every stroke of kindness. In the following months, their lives intertwined, mornings filled with croissants and painting, evenings of tea and laughter, passers-by mistaking them for a family, and Anna learned to be a home through her presence, Jack showing her that love was in the constancy. In a park, with Mia running among the autumn leaves, Anna whispered that this life was her true trace, more than art, and Jack smiled, saying she had been leaving one since the first butterfly. Despite her doubts, Jack and Mia's laughter chased away her shadows, and Anna painted boldly, filling the cracks with light. A grand gallery in Manhattan wanted to exhibit her works, not out of charity, but for their bold fragility, and at the exhibition, Anna, wearing a sparkling butterfly necklace, felt Jack's pride and Mia's shouts, "It's mine." A little girl offered her a clumsy yet vibrant drawing, and Anna, moved, told her to keep going, feeling the echo of her gesture for Mia. That night, on the roof of their new apartment, facing the lights of Brooklyn, Anna murmured that she couldn't believe in this life, and Jack, with an arm around her, replied that it was only the beginning, their hearts united under the stars. Anna's foundation thrived, welcoming underprivileged children each week, some anxious, others broken, teaching them colors and courage, seeing her own past in them, offering a space to be seen, while Jack supported her projects with ideas and smiles. Mia, their sunshine, drew everywhere, even on Anna's shoes, who laughed. A Manhattan gallery showcased her works, praising their ephemeral hope, and Anna, once rejected, stood at the center of the room, wearing a shining butterfly necklace, cherishing the glances from Jack and Mia more than the glory. She integrated her students' drawings into her canvases, saying that art grows by being shared, her scars becoming light. Anna and Jack planned a simple wedding in a community garden, where the children planted flowers and Mia wore paper butterflies, Anna painting a triptych of their silhouettes under a sky of butterflies for the ceremony. On the wedding day, under a gentle sun, Anna promised to paint, laugh, and love with Jack, even on gray days, and he, with shining eyes, replied that she was his color. Their life was not perfect, with arguments and bills, but they faced everything together, like a bold painting. Anna continued to teach, create, and love, her exhibitions multiplying, but she cherished the hands of the children, Mia's laughter, and Jack's hand. One evening, a little girl offered her a vibrant butterfly, and Anna, moved, encouraged her to keep going, feeling the circle close with Mia, her heart full of gratitude for this life, painted with love and resilience. Anna, Jack, and Mia lived a life filled with laughter and painting, Saturdays bursting with colors and evenings rich with stories. Anna learned to be a home. Jack showed her that love was in presence, and Mia, their light, drew butterflies everywhere, uniting their family of heart. During an exhibition, a little girl offered Anna a clumsy drawing, and Anna, moved, encouraged her to continue, feeling the echo of her gesture for Mia, her heart vibrating with gratitude. A grand gallery showcased her works, praising their bold fragility, but Anna cherished the looks from Jack and Mia, who proudly shouted in front of her canvases. She integrated her students' drawings into her works, sharing art as an act of healing. Their wedding, in a community garden, was simple, with flowers planted by the children and Mia tossing paper butterflies, Anna presenting a triptych of their family under a sky of butterflies. Anna promised to love through the gray days, and Jack replied that she was his color, their vows sealing a lasting promise. Their life faced challenges, but they painted together, transforming cracks into light. Anna taught underprivileged children, offering them courage and safety, seeing her past in them, while Jack supported her dreams and Mia brightened their days. On their rooftop, facing Brooklyn, Anna whispered that this life was a miracle, and Jack replied that it was just the beginning, their hearts united under the stars. One night, Mia asked if Anna would always make butterflies, and she replied that she now painted families, holding her hand, while Jack embraced them, a living tableau of love, resilience, and infinite kindness. Anna, Jack, and Mia lived a life filled with laughter and painting, Saturdays bursting with colors and evenings rich with stories. Anna stood in a sunlit classroom in Brooklyn, surrounded by walls adorned with paper butterflies, teaching underprivileged children the art of courage, their laughter filling the space. As the artistic director of a foundation funded by Jack, she guided their hands and dreams, seeing her past in them and offering the hope she had sought. Jack and Mia were her world, their mornings of painting and evenings of laughter weaving a family, and Anna was learning to be a home through her presence, with Jack showing her that love was constant. An exhibition in Manhattan celebrated her works, but she cherished Mia's shouts and Jack's glances. A little girl offered her a clumsy butterfly, and Anna, moved, encouraged her, feeling Mia's echo. Their wedding in a garden was marked by a triptych of their family, with Anna promising to love through gray days, and Jack responding that she was his color. Their imperfect life was a bold canvas, painted together. Anna integrated her students' drawings, sharing art as healing. Soul-Stirring Stories believes in these moments of kindness, and the story of Anna, Jack, and Mia is just the beginning. Each week, tales celebrate resilience and compassion, inviting you to join a community where kindness becomes a masterpiece. Subscribe for stories that inspire, reminding us that love and art, like butterflies, never fade, growing in every act of heart.